Check it out. I upgraded my armor and some of my tools to netherite. So the only thing lacking now is some enchantments, and I need to get a cleric so that I could get ender pearls and make some eyes of ender. Yeah, I have this box here, and there's no texture variation or anything. It's just a simple little brick pattern. But I needed to upgrade my storage area, and I'll probably have like a little shulker box area here, particularly after mining. I got a bunch of deep slate and sand after I swapped out the sand for grass. My storage situation is getting pretty dire. The goal for today is, first of all, to get my stuff sorted, and I was thinking about getting a villager breeder because I need a few more librarians to get my armor enchanted, and I need a cleric or two. Ideally, I would like to have fresh villagers, so I might try and breed a couple of guys out of these guys. Might be kind of difficult because I'll need beds, and this space is pretty cramped as it is. What to do? Maybe we go to a different island altogether to do our villager breeding. So let's go ahead and get a game plan together. So the primary goal is to defeat the Ender Dragon. It's a pretty big ask for a day, but we'll try it. First, want to organize storage, organize island. So, first, get our storage sorted out. We organize, maybe decommission the farm for now. Definitely want to move these guys somewhere else. And we will probably get at least a wool farm in the future. And I would like to get specialized areas. Like this is meant to be for librarians and clerics. Might get like a little armory right here. And maybe we leave the farm and we put a little area back here for the farmers. I also need to, just a side note, we can edit these signs now, right? So, mob proof area. That should have been done already. Okay, so here's what we got so far. I'm just using some blocks to show where everything kind of sort of is. We have sand stuff. There's this silt stuff. I just thought it was a nice transition between dirt and sand. And I'm using it for like clay and stuff like that. Gravel. We have our nether valuables on this side and our overworld valuables here. And this is going to be pretty much for different wood types because there's going to be a lot in the nether in the end. And I'll have to go exploring before I get all that. Then we have armor and enchantments and tools right here. We have transport, miscellaneous, and blocks. Miscellaneous blocks. And then here's just an overflow of stuff I didn't have a space for. There's some miscellaneous nether stuff, miscellaneous nether blocks. Here's another overflow apparently. We'll say organized storage. Actually, it's done. So we'll kind of sort the island out and get a few new builds in for the different villagers. Maybe figure out our... First, we probably should figure out our villager breeder. Anywho, for right now, I'm going to organize this last chest and we'll get to that. So I'm on this island over here with the large beach, and I'm checking the chunk grid because I kind of like to align more technical builds with chunks. And this, it looks like, is nicely centered between these 6 chunks here, the 2x3. So I might build the breeder here. All I would have to do is plane this area a bit, clean up some of these trees. I might just leave it sand, to be honest, and then fill up some of these gaps right here. Anywho, let's roll a time lapse. Okay, so before I get started, I would actually like to frame these. Okay, now let's roll the time lapse. Okay. So I've been looking at this thing, wondering why the villagers aren't breeding. And apparently, there needs to be space above the beds. And space above this trapdoor. So, hopefully this fixes it. We'll have to kind of redesign the aesthetics of it. Hopefully this at least gets them back to breeding. So this isn't the final design yet, but we have our toggle switch, which just pushes that block in front of their line of sight to the beds. We have the retrieve a villager switch, which sends a minecart, picks up a villager via them being pushed in that corner there. And then when we want to send it off, we can either choose to employ it or terminate it. I don't want to lose the minecart right yet, so I'll just send it over here. We need to add a powered rail or something right here, apparently. We also have this delightful zombie right there, which we can pull up with this lever here. Right here we have a little zombie carrying station. Let's see if they'll breed. Ooh, got breeding happening. Ooh, it worked. Need to open these trapdoors. Now, in theory, you should see the beds and then run towards them. Yep. Then once he grows up, he'll be tall enough to hit this water column and then automatically float up into this chamber here. So that's cool. Okay, that's a relief. I was pulling my hair out last night trying to figure that out. So in here, nothing special. We're just covering up some redstone. We have our map room. Here's the original island. Here is us working on it. Gonna let this thing queue up some villagers, and I've got a lot of stuff to clean up, and I'll work on this a bit. I'll get back to you in the next clip. Okay. So this is our third villager. I can confirm that there needs to be space above the beds and above the trapdoor. This is the arrangement I have right now. It seems to be doing just fine. In the past, I've never, ever once not had a baby villager run off the edge like that. Because they just, in Java Edition, they love to run towards the beds. This does not work in Bedrock. I've tried. I'm going to finish what I'm doing here. I don't exactly know. I might just bring this roof all the way out. I know it'll look kind of weird, but it's also kind of interesting. So we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so here is the current setup I've got going on out here. It's kind of wonky, but I like it. Right now I'm in the process of curing up these villagers. I got fully enchanted. I'm lacking a few enchantments on some of these pieces. Like I'd like to get Swift Sneak and I'd like to get Feather Falling. I thought I had Feather Falling, but I didn't. Luckily, I got a new batch of villagers right here. And I have these guys in here. This is the track. Preparing to transport these guys. These guys are almost done curing up, and then we need to cure up these guys. You can see I got like respiration here. Bane of Arthropods in case I feel like doing a spider farm. Over here we got Aqua Affinity. We have Feather Falling on one of these guys, and I can't remember what the other guy is. I think maybe Sharpness? I don't know if I got Sharpness or not. I need to. This is what I've been doing for the past however long. Oh, this guy needs cured again. But I'm down to my last bit of apples. So I might just cure these guys. Because I've been mining for gold and all sorts of stuff. Just trying to get this done. Okay, yeah, I did get a sharpness guy. I think I should cure these guys one more time. The other thing I completely forgot about, because I was trying to make the goal today to defeat the end dragon, but I have this netherite armor, but I forgot about the fire ruby armor. So there's this stuff, and I just need to get a Sculk Catalyst. I might be able to do that today with the Nature's Compass. I think it'd be cool to fight the End Dragon in Fire Ruby armor. It seemed like a proper progression for the better X mods. So I might do that. Take on the dragon. And if we have enough time in this episode, I'll go ahead and upgrade my ruby armor, because now I have the ability to profit infinitely from trades, because we got, well, for one, we got a sugarcane farm and emeralds, and plus we got the one book for emerald book trade, and there's a few guys who have bookshelves here, so we don't have to worry about emeralds anymore. I might actually check out this Mesa. Crazy? I might actually check out this Mesa for gold. Let's see here. What's the coordinates? 2484 minus 1500. Somewhere down here. Or up here, I should say. Post-production oak tree here. I just thought I'd drop by to let y'all in on some of the behind-the-scenes stuff. I've been kind of struggling to get this video put together. I've actually been struggling to keep my weekly schedule. Honestly, I've just been procrastinating with the whole editing process. In the past couple of episodes, my only motivation really to finish this episode has been so I can keep playing and get on to the next one, because I really want to do the end stuff. By the way, can we just say this is a gorgeous biome? It's the White Mesa biome, thanks to the Terralith mod. I came here for some gold. I ran out of gold for the golden apples. And, yeah. I'm having a hard time figuring out how to balance being a dad and doing all the other stuff I gotta do, and all the stuff that goes into content creating, especially my stuff. Like, I like to make music, and I like to play Minecraft and try and put stuff together. But it's taxing sometimes. I'm been trying to get better at, or more efficient at, the whole editing process, but like this whole episode I was kind of scatterbrained and kept getting distracted by different things. I wanted to face the end dragon in this one, but I just didn't have enough time with building a villager setup and doing all that. So I opted to try and at least get the villager setup done, and then if I had time, maybe I would look for the stuff I need for ruby nether armor. And it just so happens that I came across this special area. I don't know if it's, I think it might be Terralith. I'm not too sure, but it's called the Frostfire Caves, I believe. And it's just like, this was a really lucky find, because Sculk Catalyst is one of the things I need for the ruby nether armor. So yeah, I think it's going to be really cool to fight the end dragon with fully enchanted nether ruby armor. It just seems really cool. Then we could get on to exploring the end. The better end is a gorgeous mod. I'd really like to get all the different wood types, and there's all sorts of different mechanics you can do too. There's all the armors, the special end armors, and then there's like, I'm trying to remember what it's called. I want to say it's like infusion or something like that. I think there's also smithing, because some of the one of the neat little things about the end weapons and tools and stuff is I think you have to like craft like a hilt and a handle and stuff like that, and then craft a blade, and then you gotta put them together in the smithing table with a smithing hammer, and it's just this elaborate process that kind of makes it like it requires more investment and more time and energy put into like getting the better end weapons and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think even like the armor, you have to get some ore, take them to the smithing table, and like make plated like ores. So it's like you hammer them down, and then you craft them into armor from there. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to play all that. So that's my motivation for trying to finish this video, and I'd like to get back on track. Like, I think what it is for this one in particular, I just had such a huge backlog because I left The recording's going for probably longer than I should have. Whenever I do that, I wind up cutting out like hours and hours and hours and hours of footage. And I'm like sifting through it to find the pieces that I could put together in like a coherent sort of progression. So yeah, it's kind of hard to do. It's kind of hard to think of content when it's just you playing a single player world. Like, I don't really have. Basically, I just get on here and play, and I don't like think of like what sort of story I'm trying to tell or anything, and I'm not trying to, do tutorials or anything. But I might. I thought about that, getting into like maybe designing farms for like modded stuff, because I think that might be kind of cool. There's all sorts of vanilla stuff out there already. It might be kind of cool to do like farms and stuff that are on mods. I know there's probably a lot of create stuff. Anyway, here I am enchanting all of my nether ruby stuff. Takes a lot longer than what's shown here. I traded a lot for a few hours. Let's get back to the in-game oak tree. Alrighty, everyone. That's going to do it for this episode. I am running out of space for this video, so I'm going to have to cut it here. But if you enjoyed, please leave a like or a comment down below. And if you would like to see more content like this in the future, consider subscribing. It would help the channel out a lot, and I would really appreciate it. Anyway, until next time, bye!